What is up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we will be showing you my push, pull, and leg day workout, and we start off the video with a quick physique check. This is my current physique. I weigh around 190 pounds, pushing it every single day. That is the way to get results. I didn't mean for it to rhyme, but it did. The first exercise of our push day will be the incline dumbbell bench press. I love using dumbbells for my chest. I feel a great contraction, great stretch when I use dumbbells, so they are my favorite. We're going to do these exercises back to back per muscle group. So first we are hitting the chest, the pecs, incline dumbbell bench press, then a flat dumbbell bench press. And then after the flat dumbbell bench press, we are doing, it's a somewhat of a dumbbell pec fly variation that I saw in an old video of Chris Evans getting ready for his role in Fantastic Four, which, by the way, he has an amazing physique. Is this motion that you start at the top right there, which honestly almost feels like a dumbbell pull over, hitting the upper chest, and then when you rotate it, getting that horizontal abduction and adduction of the pecs, getting that squeeze, and then finally hitting the lower pec at the bottom. Honestly, a great way to get blood into it, and I love squeezing my pecs. So you can see me going slow and then really focusing on the squeeze before continuing the motion both at the top and the bottom. Great exercise, highly recommend. It does feel funky at first, but I honestly love it, and I prefer doing this over a pec fly because sometimes the pec fly doesn't feel the best for me. So we did 3 exercises hitting the chest. Now we are moving on to the shoulders. I've been doing 3 exercises for my chest, 2 for shoulders, and then 1 for tricep when I do the push-pull leg exercise workout split. So first we are starting off with a dumbbell Arnold press. I love this movement and motion to build the round capped delt look, otherwise known as a boulder shoulders. I love doing the Arnold press and the dumbbell shoulder press to start off with hitting the shoulders. Now, when you do any pushing or when you do any chest movement, you are using the front delt of your shoulder. Keeping that in mind, whenever you do other shoulder exercises, you might feel extra fatigue in that certain areas. Like sometimes when I do these dumbbell lateral raises, I feel a bit too much tension on the front part of my shoulder or the front delt that I kind of lean back to hit more of the middle or the rear. But it honestly depends on how I'm feeling. Now, after doing those 2 exercises, we are moving on to the final exercise of my push day, being a tricep extension machine. I usually do this or a cable tricep push down or a French press. A single arm French press is one of my favorites. And that concludes the push day. Now we are moving on to the pull day. I always start every single pull day with a lat pull down. I have found personally that every time I stick with a routine of starting with a lat pull down, my back looks wide, proportionate, and thick. So this is one of my favorite exercises, and the first one I always do on back day. It hits it nice and it does the magic sauce. Now, after doing a wide grip variation, we're doing a closed grip variation. Both of the grips will hit your back and target the muscle group in a different manner, so I would suggest using both or doing wide grip and closed grip in a seated row. Honestly, messing around with these grips and seeing which one feels right for you is key. But I did this one right after because I hadn't done it in a while, and I was like, why not? And it felt really good. You can see my lat stretching. So we did a wide grip lat pull down for the first exercise. Second exercise, a closed grip. We are doing a loaded plate low row. I feel like this hits kind of the middle and mainly the upper back as well. Felt really good. I haven't done these in a while, especially doing both handles at the same time as opposed to one. Lately, I've just been liking both hands in my movements and not just isolating one arm. But anyway, moving on to our first bicep exercise, kind of following a similar scheme to my push day. 3 exercises for the back, 2 for the secondary movement, and then 1 for an isolation exercise. So we're doing 2 exercises for the biceps, hammer strength, wide grip, bicep curl. Love biceps. Bicep is just, the bicep pump is unbeatable. Always feels good. Always focusing on getting that squeeze in at the top. This is also another great exercise, is the cable bicep curl. You can do them like I'm doing, alternating or both at the same time. I kind of wanted to target one arm at a time and really focusing on that squeeze. I love using the cables because at the resting position there is still tension on the bicep. So this exercise has tension throughout the entire time. Time under tension is one of the factors of building muscle. Now, moving on from our biceps, we are also hitting the rear delts, which I feel like people don't hit a whole lot just because it's kind of one of those muscle groups that isn't the most fun to hit. So we're doing a rear fly machine to target the rear delts. It's that little part behind your shoulder that kind of sticks out. If you see it in the video, it's right above my like scapula if you look closely. Very important to overall have good shoulder development, make it look proportional, and you shouldn't miss out on training this. It is crucial and important just like anything else. Now we are moving on to our leg day. So push pull legs. This is the first exercise for leg day. I usually do 2 compound movements so for my leg day starting off. So the first one is this reverse hack squat. Sometimes I do a belt squat or a sumo deadlift or a barbell RDL. But today I was feeling the reverse hack squat, getting a great stretch in the stretch in the glutes and hitting those quads. Now we're moving on to my second exercise that kind of targets the hammies a bit more, is the barbell RDL. Love training my hamstrings. Make sure you get a great stretch in before contracting the muscle, keeping the tension on the muscle. I love doing this exercise, especially with dumbbells. Getting a great stretch in. Stretch is the key for hamstrings. It might be a little bit challenging at first because you have to hinge at the hips and keep in mind how it feels to stretch your hammies and then to contract them. Took a while for me. Same with, quads. Had to do a lot of squats to feel my quads at the very beginning of my training life. But here we go, moving on to our leg extension, third exercise. So first one kind of targeted quads, now targeted the hammies, then we targeted, now the quads. Leg extensions, and then seated leg curls or hamstring curls. Again, as you can see, we kind of alternated between exercises, 2 heavy compound movements, and then 2 isolation exercises for each of the muscle groups. And then don't forget about training your calves as well. Same thing with the rear delts. It's just a muscle group that isn't the most fun to train, but nonetheless, you have to train it because it is part of your body, just like any other muscle. So we are finishing off my leg day with a seated calf raise. That was a pretty solid leg day. I do advise incorporating machine work and isolation work on your leg days because it makes it a little less gruesome. painful. It makes it more manageable, so you can actually still make it down the stairs after leg day. We are finishing off the workout video in general with a couple of ab exercises that I like to do. I've been training my core honestly every day, so I trained it day, push day, pull day, and leg day because of the fact that I sort of neglected my core training. And if I'm being honest, I do see a difference in my abs when I train versus when I don't train them. I know everybody's different. I know genetics play a factor into it, but that is my personal experience. And that is honestly concludes the workout video. Let me know what you guys think and if you want to see more videos, and I will keep you guys posted on that. Stay tuned for my physique updates. Thank you for watching.